Hello and welcome back to the Craft Box. My name is Brent and today we are talking about training points. Since right now, I believe it's right now, I think it ends today as you're seeing this. It's free for members to buy back their training points, so if you haven't done that already and you've stuffed up and went into the Storm School on a Life Wizard, you should probably redo your training points. Basically I'm going to tell you what I've got, what it is, but quickly, update. I do have the one that I wanted, well, one of them. Let's see, no friends are on, okay. I don't want to show you my backpack because I don't want to spoil anything else that might be in there. I got the Eye of the Soothsayer, which is the Spirit School wand from the Terrace Hall pack. I got that after I recorded 2 packs after, so it's, yeah, recording really lowers your chances, I believe. Yeah, I've also farmed Darkmoor 3 times now, so I've done 3 runs of the graveyard. I've gotten a bit of stuff, but we won't look at that later. We will look at that later, we won't look at that now. But anyway, training points. I thought, why not do it in Ravenwood, because that's where all of the schools are, or most of them at least. So, as a Death Wizard, I didn't go into Fire. I got this spell from the Lawmaster. Ice, I went up to Tower Shield, which is highly recommended. I wouldn't recommend doing that first. Actually, no. On another school, I would. So go straight up to Ice to Tower Shield. It's really good at just limits damage. It's great. You also get a free, well, not a free, but you also get a Storm and Fire Shield as well. I learnt Stun Block from Diego, which is good spell, especially when you're in Darkmoor. I actually learnt that just the other day because the first boss in the graveyard stuns a lot and I don't have Conviction. Storm, nothing. Myth, nothing, but I got Ninja Pigs from Lawmaster the other day, which is kind of funny. Life, I went up to Satyr. This is only I only recommend that if you have a Life Mastery, which I do. I wouldn't recommend that on Storm or Fire. Maybe Fire. I wouldn't really recommend it if you're in a team unless you're Death or Ice or something, or maybe Myth. Death, you should always get up to Faint, which is really recommended. For any school, you should always get up to Faint. Balance, I got both Elemental Blade, Spirit Blade, Elemental Trap, Spirit Trap, Reshuffle. I also got Ninja Piglets from the Lawmaster. We're getting so much from the Lawmaster except Pigsy. What the hell? But yeah, these ones are learnt from the balance tree in Croco Sphinx, Niles. Yeah, I don't really train these two. I only just did it the other day when I trained Stun Block, just because it can help in certain situations in boss battles. But definitely get both Elemental Blade and Spirit Blade if you are kind of more of a support class like Death or Life or possibly Myth. Actually Myth, yeah, I would recommend you getting both. Ice as well, get both, just so whatever happens you can. Astral School, get up to Colossal. This is obviously for level 100. After that you'll go up to Epic, but you can't get that until I think 120 or 110, one of the two. Primordial, if you're going to be healing. Potent Trap and Sharpened Blade are a must for any school. Those are Azteca. All 3 of these are Azteca. Enchants. Infal, I recommend for earlier levels. Not too important now, but you know, it has its place. Fortify, I still use that. I'll probably get Brace when I get up to 110 or 120. I can't remember what the limit is for that. But also Virulence. I can't say that one, but it's your school aura. I recommend getting that one. Yeah, that's kind of what I have. I think I also learnt Death Shield. There's a whole bunch of set shields from the trainer in the Commons, in the Fairgrounds, where the potion person is. I'm probably on a really bad realm, aren't I? I'm gonna get intense lag. Yep. Okay. So up here is the Fairgrounds. You can, oh gosh, yeah, I need to switch realms. I've been farming Darkmoor, and going on higher realms is better. Let's go to Dwarven, because that's where I normally am. But yeah, you can get all of the school set shields except Balance, because Balance is great and doesn't have a set shield. Also doesn't have a prism. From Sabrina, I got the Death one. You have to get it for the Master of your class badge. But there's also Fire, Myth, Life, Ice, and Storm. It's really funny how the Ice one's called Snow, where all the others are just like Fire, Myth, Life, Storm, but there's just Snow. It's kind of weird. But anyway, that's there. Also, I don't think I went over Reshuffle. Reshuffle is learnt from the trainer in Colossus Boulevard. She's kind of a secret. She's not, I mean, she's not anymore, but when I first went to learn, I kind of had a struggle figuring out where she was. So I'll go show you that real quick. But otherwise, that's probably all you should really need. There's other ones that are good, but at this stage I've got, how many training points? 10 training points left. So that's plenty, and I know before I learnt all of these new spells just a couple days ago, I had 19 at one point, which was an Azteca somewhere, which is pretty good. And then I learnt the Astral spells. But yeah. So just over here by Mindy Pixie Crown, if you just keep going this way, down here is a wee little hut. So right here on the map, the first kind of circly bit, there's a couple of those. There's a frost flower, that's cool. Yeah, okay. And then in here is Mildred Farseer, I believe her name is. We will check in just a sec. Load. Thank you. Yes, Mildred. And she trains Reshuffle the Dispels. Again, you have to get your school Dispel, which is why Death isn't showing up there, but Death Dispel is here. Life Trap, which is good for life. I don't know why it isn't normally, but yeah, that's also free. So you also have to get that for the Master of Nature badge, which is the life one. The other place you can go, and that's also where you get Reshuffle. Highly recommend having Reshuffle. That's probably one thing that you should definitely learn. Sorry, it's really good. And the last place you can go, which is kind of far away, is the Death Tree. So kind of like the Balance Tree, the Death Tree offers some spells as well. He has he has the not taunts, the minion spells, some of them, I think, I can't remember. He has Infection, which is needed for the Master of Death badge. He also has Distract, Taunt, which are useless, but you need for the Ice one, but those are free, so it doesn't really matter. Calm, Subdue, Soothe, and Tranquilize, basically just reducing your threat. Yeah, so that is basically all. I would only suggest getting Infection if you are either Death because you need it for a badge. If you want that badge, I mean, it's up to you, you don't have to, but I like the badges. And it's free anyway, or you're doing PvP, because that can be kind of helpful. So yeah, that's basically all you should really need. There's other trainers around the place. There's one in Marleybone which trains minion things, and there's also another one in Crocotopia in the secret shop, but those aren't necessary unless you're getting the badges, and if you are, then it doesn't cost training points. But yeah, so Death up to Faint, Ice up to Tower Shield, Life to Satyr if you have a Mastery, Reshuffle, Spirit Blade, Elemental Blade, Spirit Trap, Elemental Trap, Potent Blade, Sharpened Blade, Potent Trap, Infal possibly if you want, Colossal or up to Colossal, Primordial if you're healing, Virulence or your other school Aura, and Fortify is what I recommend. Some people go for Amplify, which is quite helpful in Celestia. Also Vengeance as well, which is the critical one. That's quite helpful, but I don't usually get that. But yeah, so that's probably about it. I also have also Shadow spells. You should learn all three of them if you're a support class. Otherwise, most of the ones where you get Shrike, you should just stay with Shrike. But I got Sentinel, so I also wanted Seraph and Shrike. That's completely up to you though. You get one for free. Death gets Sentinel. Storm and Fire I think get Shrike. Life gets Seraph. And I think one other class does as well. But yeah, basically just these ones are kind of what you want. And that's in the Eclipse Tower and Chrysalis. But yeah, anyway, thank you for watching. I'm going to end off the video here. Remember to leave a like and subscribe. And if you've already subscribed, press the little bell so you know exactly when I post another video. And remember, craft outside the box.